It acts like a man, it talks like a man, it looks like a man, and now Rhea Ripley wants to wrestle another man in the WWE. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. I'm not going to beat around the bush today because I feel like this is a video that we made on multiple occasions on this channel, but it's not our fault that Rhea Ripley and others like her keep calling for more intergender matches in wrestling. They call for it and we put it down.
We put it downtown because nobody wants it.
Yeah, so let's go downtown here on this latest, this latest argument here, this latest claim from Rhea Ripley, and it's kind of funny because I was reading what she actually said, and it's like, holy shit. I'm not a snowflake or anything like that, but if you reverse the genders, it's like this should be going to jail. But this is what the current reigning SmackDown Women's Championship champion spoke about during an interview with Fox 61 when she was asked about WWE leaning further into intergender wrestling, and she made a case as to why it should become a regular thing. So Rhea Ripley says, and I quote, "I'm not too sure. For me, I would like to see it. Just the pure fact I also love beating up the men. I love showing them exactly who I am and proving my dominance. It's just a different kind of excitement for me because you get to see the fear in their eyes when they realize they've taken you lightly. That they didn't take you as a threat to begin with. I hope so for me, but I'm not entirely sure what the future holds." End of quote. So, I mean, here we have Rhea Ripley talking about she loves to beat up men and she loves to prove her dominance and that she loves to see the fear in their eyes. Now, can you imagine if you got... Now, she had this latest interaction with Seth Rollins on Raw where they had a bit of a stare-off. Imagine Seth Rollins comes out and he says this exact same thing about intergender wrestling and how he wants to wrestle women, but he just changes, obviously, the key words. Like, he loves to beat up women, he loves to see the fear in women's eyes, and he loves to prove his dominance over women.
Seth Rollins has been suspended from WWE.
I mean, Seth Rollins would be cancelled. Look, this is why it doesn't work. Intergender wrestling sucks, and Rhea Ripley also sucks because she's acting here as if she's had legit intergender matches. No, what she's had is her beating up men and them doing nothing in return. That is what we've seen on Raw. That is what we see in WWE. We do not see intergender matches. We see women beating up men.
That's it.
What we see.
The only match he had was against Akira Tozawa, and he's not really a man, he's more of a midget, so...
Well, I'm talking about that. He never hit one offensive move.
Yeah,
Did you watch it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't have matches against these people, because if you do, you're just going to bury them. So, say she wants to go for the IC title, it means every match is going to be burying a man.
Well, they like, we're trying to showcase, we're trying to tease a potential match between her and Rollins, the new heavyweight champion. I always say this new title isn't really relevant, it's not really valued the same as the Universal title. I just couldn't really imagine Rhea Ripley staring down Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar.
So Selena Vega, who's what, 4'1", takes Rhea Ripley close, but Seth Rollins, the main guy, the champ, well, it's going to be the 50-50 match where a woman that's a man. Come on.
Yeah, I don't see it happening, but yeah, Rhea Ripley wants more intergender wrestling in WWE, and like I said, she hasn't had any intergender wrestling. All she's had is her beating up men. All she's had is her doing moves to the men and them not being able to defend themselves, or they not doing anything back. This isn't intergender wrestling. This is just women beating up men. And like I said, if you reverse the roles, like, holy shit, the whole reason WWE don't do intergender wrestling in the first place is because they said that they didn't want to promote domestic violence. That was it. This is WWE, their words. They came out and said this. It was part of the reason why they stopped doing it.
No, gets me with
you can't even have it in the games. They say that they can't even do the game. You can't even have men and women in the games because they don't want to promote domestic violence. And it's like, what a joke. What have you got, like, two siblings growing up and maybe a sister and brother? The sister's favourite wrestler might be a female and she can't even play as a female in a fucking game, but now you have Rhea Ripley wanting to have intergender matches and beat up Tozawa on Raw. It's an absolute joke.
It is a joke, and if you look at it through all angles, it's just a game at the end of the day. And they talk about the fact that, it would promote it, but who's sitting at home, right? I mean, if you're watching wrestling, you probably don't even have a significant other, right? So that's that for a start. You probably never left your fucking mother's basement watching it, and who's actually sitting there, right, and thinking, oh, that man just did a powerbomb on that woman, I'm going to go and do it to my wife. What? What promotes? It's a fucking TV show, guys.
Yeah, so there you go.
Triple H get bit by a rattlesnake. Does that mean just all these storylines? Tony D kills people in NXT. Was that promoting murder?
Yeah, it's retarded. Anyway, guys, let us know if you want to see Rhea Ripley in intergender matches. I personally do not. That's where we're going to end it here, guys. Like I said, not going to drag it out. Spoke about this multiple times. It shouldn't happen. Keep this separate. It looks cheap. It does look small time. We've seen it with China. China was a lot bigger than Rhea Ripley. China was a lot more believable than Rhea Ripley. I just don't think we should be seeing it again in wrestling. Anyway, that is it. And I tell you what, if we are going to see it, then actually let's have intergender matches. Let's be realistic. Let's just have the men destroy the women. Let's not do this garbage where look at the whole thing with the club. No wonder the club suck. Two big men, especially Luke Gallows, and they're running about holding their nuts saying, "Oh, we need to solve the Rhea Ripley." What? That's punch her in the fucking face and that's the problem solved. What an absolute joke, the club, the original club.
Disgrace!
Just get them out. I vote both of them out. Mr. Mayhem, both the club members. Till next time, peace.